Good morning and welcome back to my channel. It's an early morning. Sun's just barely starting to come up. It's like 7:30 in the morning on December 28th. Guess what? We're headed for Wapakoneta, Ohio to get goats. Told you I'd have them next video. We're gonna have them today. We got a 3-hour drive ahead of us. I'll see you there. All right, 3 hours later, we're here. I don't know how much I can video here. I'll try to take a few pictures if nothing else, but here we are. I'll be back. So when we parked at the barn, I discovered a problem. The front of the tarp has an opening right behind the rear window of the truck. And it was acting like a wind scoop, and most of the straw that I put in the back of the truck before we left was gone. So that had to be corrected. We couldn't have all that wind coming in, especially with the weather we had coming. So I was greeted by the hired hand when we arrived and asked him if I could get a nylon feed bag and some twine. And he accommodated me wonderfully, and this really worked out well. So that patched that hole and closed off that wind tunnel and worked well going home. And then Mr. Barnhart arrived back from lunch, and I asked him if I could buy a bale of straw, and he said, "Oh, I'll give you one." He was such a wonderful guy to deal with. So he gave me a bale of straw, and I busted it open and refilled the back of the truck, and then we started looking at goats. And I apologize, I didn't get any video and not much in the way of pictures while we were inside the barn there. We were really kind of hurrying because we knew bad weather was coming, and it was. The one good picture I did get, I asked to see the sire of the 5 goats I bought, and this pretty boy is him. Boy, he's a good-looking guy. 100% Kiko. 4 of the 5 goats I got are 75%. Their mamas were 50% bred to this 100% Kiko. The 5th one that I got is like 98% Kiko. His mother was like 80% now and then bred to this 100% Kiko buck. So he's a good looking guy, and he's daddy to all 5 of mine. So just as we got the 5th goat loaded, it started raining. And as if the weather wasn't a bad enough issue, our GPS messed up, and we ended up going on county roads and township roads and everything else coming home. The rain turned to freezing rain. The freezing rain turned to sleet. The sleet turned to snow. The roads got icy. Coming home was the trip from hell. It took about 5 hours. Alright, that was the trip from hell. It took 2 hours and 45 minutes to get over there. About a half hour to load goats, pick them out and load them. Took 5 hours to get home. We ran into rain, then freezing rain, then sleet, then snow. So we're home. We made it. Little black one was shivering like crazy, but I think she's warmed up now and doing okay. So there's 5 of them. There's 2 up there. There's one wishes it could be up there. There's one underneath the old chicken nest boxes there. And there is actually one in the chicken nest box. Before I left, Mr. Barnhart gave them a shot of antibiotic in hopes that, there won't be any pneumonia or any problem from hauling them. I don't think they got too bad. They didn't get real wet. That one got a little bit of wet there on the hip. But I don't think they did too bad. So they're really skittish. They're not used to being handled. They're from a big herd. Um, they've been manhandled, getting them in, then manhandled in again, getting them out. So they're kind of stressed, not real happy. Don't even want to think about food or treats or water or anything. Uh, I didn't put any hay in the hay rack yet. I didn't put any mineral in the mineral rack yet. I will tomorrow morning. I did put water in their water trough, hot water or warm, real warm water. So if they find it and want to get a drink, hopefully it'll help warm them up. So they're in, they're safe, they're getting warm. I think everything will be fine. I'm going to quit messing with them tonight and let them relax and settle in a little bit. We'll come out and talk to them tomorrow and get them a little bit more used to me. I hope that one doesn't get stuck in that nest box, but I think she's just trying to hide. And that'll help her stay warm too. So I guess that's it. I will be back in the morning a little more update. It's been a long day. I'm going to go in and get some hot chili and warm up and probably get in my jammies and hit the sack early. I'll see you in the morning. Night, girls. Good morning. It's all right. It's 6:30 the next morning. Boy, the girls are awful skittish. And, you know, to them, I'm a predator. They jerked them around by the horns all day yesterday, getting them from the barn into the truck, getting them in from the truck into the barn, and they don't know what's going on. Those poor kids are kind of had their world mixed up the last day or so. So this morning, it's 6:30 in the morning. This morning, I put hay in for them. I put grain in for them. I filled their mineral bucket. They've had water since last night. I don't think they've probably touched anything yet, but we're going to go sit with them here in a little bit. Maybe read to them or something and get them used to me and let them start to realize I'm the guy that brings the food, and eventually I'm the guy that brings the treats, and I'm the good guy. So we got to work on that. See you in a minute. So they are a little curious just what's going on. As soon as I go over there, they'll scatter. So I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee, and then we'll come out and go in there with them. Okay, so I got my coffee, and right there to the left of the door, whoops, there we go. Right there to the left of the door, you can just see the end of it right there, is the hay rack. And I think they may have found their hay this morning. I'm hoping they're eating a little bit. We got to come up with some names. Yeah, it's me. It's me talking over here. Yeah, that's just me talking. She says, what's he saying? I don't know. I don't understand people talk. So real easy and gentle, we're going to get a stool and go in there and sit with them. Be back here in a minute. Okay, so I've been sitting here on a bench outside the little shed here, just talking away to them. The brown one's eating some hay and got a bite of the green. I don't know if you can see it right over there on the door. There's a food trough that there's some grain in, and that white one I think took a bite, and I know the brown one took a bite of the green, and they've both had a bite or two of the hay. So I think they're starting to settle down a little bit, and they are. Well, at least one of them's eating. She's eating a little hay and munching away at it. So I'm just talking and talking,
trying to get them calmed down and realize I'm not going to hurt them. Just talking soft to them. And you're kind of getting used to the idea that I'm here. I'll see you in a minute. Well, I think that's about it for this week. They're still very, very skittish, and I got to work on that and talk to them and read to them and get them to trust me and take some treats, and then everything will be good. So, come back and visit. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And follow along on this journey with the new goats. I'll see you next video.